Experiments can't explain the cause of a phenomenon unless we do them right. And so let's talk about some of the aspects of a good experiment. The first is called random assignment. And that means that we randomly assign our subjects to treatments. And so in the example that we've been looking at, we might flip a coin. Okay, and then heads, the student might get an orange, or tails, no orange. Yeah, or we might find up some other randomizing procedure that would allow us to have an equal number of oranges and knots. Flipping a coin doesn't. Here's what we definitely don't want to do. We don't want to say something like, boys, you take the oranges, and girls, you get no orange. And the reason that we don't want to do that is now we can't distinguish the effects of gender from the effects of the treatments. So we would say in this case that our treatments are confounded with gender. Okay, so step one makes sense. We need to randomize how we assign those treatments. The second thing we need to do is to control the conditions of the experiment. In other words, keep the conditions the same. Okay. And it sounds simple, but in practice it can get quite complicated. So for instance, in our experiment, we want to make sure that everyone has the same variety of orange. You know, there's blood oranges, there's juice oranges, there's Valencia oranges. Make sure that everyone gets the same kind. Next thing is you might want to make sure that they have the same size of orange. You know, it's possible that a larger orange could have a larger effect. Another thing is that you would want to have everyone consume their orange at the same time in the morning. And you would want to make sure that everyone takes the same test under the same conditions. Okay, etc. There's a lot of things you've got to think about when you control an experiment. So you've randomized your subjects into the treatments. You controlled the experiment to make sure that everyone has the same experience. The last thing that is going to really determine whether you can use your data or not is replication. And replication just means use many subjects. If we ran this experiment with 10 students, that wouldn't be as good as if we had ran it with, with 20 students or 50 students or 100 students. You run it with as many as you possibly can. Okay, many subjects, or it could also be many attempts.